So everybody seemed to really enjoy my Motley Crue video that I did a couple weeks ago. I mean, not everybody. There was like one or two people here that were just like, "Fuck this band," which I fully expected because it's Motley Crue. It's a very divisive band in the scene, but I did say that I was going to do a bit of a series where Melanie loves glam metal, heavy metal, whatever you want to call it, hair metal. And I do have more to show you. So that same week that I got that Motley Crue box set, I also got this one. Dokken, the Elektra albums, 1983 to 1987. Do I need to talk about who Dokken is? I don't think I do. I think everybody knows who this band is. So a band that I admittedly did not enjoy or really like or couldn't get into for a very long time, up until about maybe close to 10 years ago. Something finally clicked, and I really, really, really like these albums. Admittedly, these are the only ones that I'm familiar with Dokken. I don't know any of their albums past this final one in this box set. I've never owned any of their music before until now. I saw this box set for sale on Amazon. It was $27 when I bought this. And I was like, well, that's a great deal. I'm just going to buy it. There's also a vinyl box set for it as well. The vinyl box set was like $150 the last time I checked. That was tempting, but I said, I'm just going to get this. Because I don't know how much I would spend those records. And it's a really nice CD box set. So similar to the Motley Crue one that I showed in my last video, it is the Digipacks, or the whatever, Digibooks, whatever you want to call it, in just a standard box here. So I'll show them off. I don't think I need to really talk about the music. I think everybody, for the most part, who watches this channel, with the exception of maybe some people who are just really anti this kind of music, or are like young, which I don't really have a young audience anyway. I look at my demographics and it's mostly males between the ages of 30 and 60 years old. So y'all know who Dokken are. Don Dokken, such a beautiful voice. This admittedly is one of my favorite like heavy metal hair bands. They're famous, they're big, everybody loves them, you know, so I don't really go deep into like the underground when it comes to this music genre. I can't speak for a lot of things. I'm not nearly as well versed as like Alan from Let's Talk Metal or anything like that, or even like Aaron Metal Theologian and all these other channels that I watch that have been listening to his music so much longer than I have. But again, this is the Elektra albums, 1983 to 1987. I put the hype sticker on the box. I don't plan on selling this or anything. It's a nice box. It's a really nice quality. I will say that. I'm not a fan of these digibooks for CDs, but since it's in the box, I'll let that pass. Has some black flooding in there, and then on the back it lists off the album, the year, and then the song titles. This was put out by BMG, and then I think it was also distributed by Rhino Records. Yeah, Rhino Entertainment. So it's available. It's out there. It's not sold out anywhere. So we'll start with the very first one in the box, and that is of course Breaking the Chains. So there you go. Admittedly, not my favorite one, but I do love this album. Open it up. It's got that behind it. Just a plain black CD with the lyrics written on it. But this one is nice because it does have these posters in almost every single one of the albums. And I don't know if these are original to what they were released as back in the day. But it has a Dokken poster on this side for the album cover. And on the other side, it is amazing images of the band. There you go. So you see that guitar right there. I've always wanted to own that particular guitar by George Lynch. I think was it a Kramer? I think it was a Kramer. I don't know. I just remember seeing music videos of Dokken back in the day and thinking the music is not really something I enjoy that much right now, but I really want that guitar. I got older, my taste has changed in terms of metal music, and I've been listening to the shit out of these albums since I've gotten this box set like almost a month ago now. So that's the first one in the box set. Like I said, great quality. They all sound great. The box is really nice. And yeah, Tooth and Nail is next. This immediately was the one that I was most familiar with back in the day. Probably my first Dokken album I really heard. which, you know, is probably not surprising considering. And I love this album a lot. I love this album a lot. I listen to it all the time. Here we go. There's the back. Just fantastic band imagery right there. Look at that sexy mullet on Mick Brown. Good stuff. I love this. I don't know. I get joy out of it. So here's the inside of it, and then behind the CD is just flames. That's all it is. And this one also comes with a nice little poster, which I've considered framing this and hanging it behind me just to really trigger the people that cannot stand that I listen to this music. Just hanging that little claw right there, and then people realizing what it is. So, and then on the inside is the lyrics, some more band promo shots. Again, it's a really nice box set, really nice quality. I like that they added these little poster things into each one of them. It's a nice additional bonus. Oh, I can't get it in. That's what he said. So there's that one. And then the next one is Under Lock and Key, the other Dokken album that I'm most familiar with quite possibly one of the worst album covers ever. My God, what are they wearing? But yeah, I do love this album. I feel like this one probably I hear the most, like when it comes to when I listen to Hair Nation on Sirius XM. Just random like playlists that get played through my Amazon Music subscription, especially The Hunter. That's one that I hear a lot. This a lot of these songs kind of get a little bit overplayed on the radio. Same thing with the first one. God damn, I'm blanking right now. My mind is mush. Breaking the Chains. My mind is mush today. I'm tired. So there's the inside of that. Nothing behind the CD, so I'm not going to bother showing you. And again, a nice little poster to show you. This one is never going to see the light of day on my wall. But yeah, and then on the back is lyrics. So I don't know if this was like a printed inner sheet in the records or anything like that. Whoever owns like the originals, you'll have to tell me if this is what was in them. I'm assuming I didn't like go and do research to see like if these are original to their first releases or anything like that. So there's that one, and then finally another one that these like last three albums are the ones that I'm most familiar with Dokken. Ironically, you would think Breaking the Chains that would be too, but these last three are just the ones that I probably have heard the most in my life. And then Back for the Attack. Again, not a fan of that album cover whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of a Judas Priest album cover. It's the inside of it, and then behind the CD is a little guy on a horse. I love this album too. I mean, I love all of them in this box set, but I also listen to this one quite a bit. This one probably got the most play up until I got these other ones, like in terms of like my playlists online. So there's the poster. I like that poster. I think it's cool. And then on the other side, lyrics and then pictures of the guys. Yeah, they still got some great hair, man. Some fantastic hair. So that's pretty much all that comes in the box set. Like I said, the price could not be beat. I think it was like, it ended up being like with tax through Amazon, like $28 or something like that, which you're getting 4 CDs. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's a cheap box set. It's still available. I don't know what the cost of it is now, and the vinyl box set is still over $100. There's the spine. I forgot to show that. But it's worth it. And like I said in the Motley Crue video, a lot of people are probably going to question why I bought this box set when I could have just went and bought the CDs used at a store for like $2 to $3, which admittedly, the store that I generally go to when I buy CDs did have Breaking the Chains for like $1.99 last time I was there. And you're right, I could have done that, but as stated in the Motley Crue video, they're like 45, 50 minutes away from me, and just the convenience of it. And if they don't have all of these on here, I've got to go search other stores. And if I look on Discogs, one seller might not have all these, so I'm still paying multiple shipping prices, and it just ends up being more expensive. And just the price of gas to drive out there alone is annoying. So I just went with the box set. I mean, whatever. It's good. So I figured I'd show it off today. Continue on the little journey of this that I mentioned I would do. I don't know, series, I guess you want to call it. But I only have 2 more after this. I bought 2 other box sets, so those will be coming in future videos. But I had time to do Dokken today, and I also have been listening to Dokken all day. But funny enough, back to death metal, Cannibal Corpse vinyl. I got the shipping notification today for the new album, so I'm super pumped. So now I'm going to go and switch gears and listen to Cannibal Corpse for the rest of the day. So that is the type of person that I am. So that's all that I have today. I will see you guys in the next one.